Where are we, Claire?
We're in a place called Rhuddlann in Wales, and it's wet.
So the big question of this video is it still worth coming camping if it's going to be bad weather? We unfortunately don't have that choice anymore. We're going to keep coming out whatever. It was going to be a lot nicer just to stay in the van, but the show must go on. I want to see if you can actually get around. Sometimes it's just your mind that tells you not to do it. So we've just been talking to the farmer, who was very friendly, telling us some history. And he says some people think that that's upside down, it's Latin, it's all different stuff, but that's from the original abbey. He's got a cellar under that house because that's where the abbey used to be, and the footings are still there.
And the footings, and there's like a tunnel and it goes to the castle.
Used to do.
Like a secret passageway.
So the monk could escape. Awesome. He's told us the best way to get to the castle, which is a nice walk instead of going on the road, so we're going to go that way. What are these? Llamas or alpacas?
Like small camels.
Look at him. All right,
He's
pal.
looking at you. You can hear Dora. He's going, shut her up.
So this is the style, it's literally meters. And we're going to go up there, there's a caravan site there, we're going to go up the back here and see what we can do. We're trying not to kill all the vlogging gear. The farmer also told us about this mound. And I'm glad he said the name of it. As you know, we're not very good at pronunciation. It's called Tut Hill, but it's spelled T-W-T-H-I-L-L. And if you're from Barnsley, that can be mispronounced, but luckily you got to it first. What a beautiful...
Gorgeous here.
Scene that is.
Yeah.
Loads of sheep. Nice little river down there. So yeah,
Very idyllic.
this were a Norman castle that we're up on here. Good lookout point. Obviously it's not there now. I think they must have got rid of the castle when supermarkets started because they didn't want to carry the bags up that hill.
That would have been a killer, that, wouldn't it?
It would. I knew it were going to be like this to some degree. Probably not as bad as this. So I've got you a little surprise for later, Claire.
Have you?
Yeah, because I think by the end or midway point of this, we'll have had enough of all the dampness. So I've got something that's extra dry for you to try.
Oh, right. That sounds really
Whoa.
good.
Did you see them?
Wow, what are they?
A load, I think I missed it, but a lot of these little birds just sprung up out of nowhere. What kind of birds are they? Only little.
Oh, they're all together. It's gorgeous.
What kind of birds are there? Some here. The chaffinch or something.
Do you think that's
They
what
look
they
like
are?
finches, I think.
They're dancing.
Beautiful. See if we can get a bit closer. Wow.
They're yellow.
Might be yellow finch then. See if I can, look, they're all going and perching again. Don't want to disturb them. Who knows? Somebody. I know you guys that watch us, you educate us more than anybody. Who can tell us what kind of birds they are? So that's the mound, Tut Hill. Quite impressive, really.
Imagine living up there.
After a short walk
15 minutes tops.
from Tut Hill, to show
Oh,
you the
yes.
spelling, the W is pronounced
Not
as
to
a
be
U.
mistaken. Yep.
We are now out onto the road, and I know that behind this hedge, because I've seen it already, there's a castle. What's this castle?
Rhuddlann Castle.
Oh. I'll tell you the other thing that we need to have a serious conversation about, Claire. These so-called waterproof jackets, what's wrong with it?
Well, look at mine.
Is yours Gore-Tex?
Yeah. It's supposed to be
think it
fully
is.
waterproof.
Mine's Gore-Tex, so if you've been following us for a bit, you'll know that I swapped this because I had a Montane one, which were absolutely amazing at being dry on the outside. Unfortunately, all it did was wick everything into the inside and I was wet through. This one though, it's just wet through. Now, I won't mind if it were a cheap jacket, but it's a Berghaus. It's not been out in the rain very much. So I know that you got to use nick wax and things like that to keep it working, but look at it. I'm wet through. Feels very heavy. I've only been out 10 minutes. Anyway, look at this.
We're going to be very wet.
We are going to be very wet, but it's worth it because look. And I reckon, Claire,
Yes.
if we stay long enough, we might just see this moat fill back up.
I think we're the only people here.
You can't fly drones here, Claire. So
Right.
just so you know.
My new drone. Can you fly a drone in the rain?
I wouldn't. I think you can fly some, but not ours. Would you like some fresh water, guys? It's very fresh. It's just come from the sky.
Nature's best.
Here we are. We're in. It costs us £11.80 to get in.
Dogs are free. They can go anywhere apart up the towers.
Yeah, so dogs can't go up the towers, but we can. So we're going to have a walk around and see what it's all about. We've got this lovely map, and that shows us where we can go.
Big old castle.
It's a big old castle. We're at number 7, so we're going to walk across this gate to the first tower. So this, Claire, is a very, very important castle.
Yeah.
Rhuddlann Castle. And it was the guardian of the River Clwyd. And it was key to King Edward I's success in the Welsh Wars. So when King Henry III died in 1272, he left his son, Edward I, the crown in England. So he had a treaty with Henry, which guaranteed his position as prince. But Edward and Llywelyn were old rivals, and Llywelyn, he was the Prince of Wales. Anyway, 2 wars later, and neither of them ended well for Llywelyn. But Edward had imported a super weapon, the greatest military architect in Europe, Master James of St. George. And this castle was his first project for the king.
The first project?
Yeah.
This was an important castle then?
Yeah, so this were the headquarters in war and peace. And defeated Welsh princes passed through its gates. In 1284, he drew up the Statute of Rhuddlan, which would finally confirm the crown's supremacy in Wales.
I bet on a sunny day this looks glorious.
Well, do you know Master James, do you know what else he built?
What?
Conwy and Carnarvon Castle.
All right, well, we're going to Carnarvon Castle on our trip.
Let's move on to point number 1. And that's the River Clwyd. It goes to Rhyl, did you say?
All the way where we went last time, to Rhyl and Prestatyn.
Wow. Here we are at point number 1. Look at that.
That's awesome.
And we've got the Welsh flag up on top. This is the West Gatehouse.
This is the west side.
West side. This is West Gatehouse.
Right.
It says on the map. It was terrifically tall twin towers of power.
Look how thick those walls are.
They are, aren't they?
Wow.
You don't need any cavity stuff in there.
Gobbo.
There's plenty of gobbo in here, right? Now, the guys that gave us a ticket seem to be very particular about slipping. Go steady.
Please don't slip then.
I'm going to stand in this. Look at that. It's amazing.
Truly amazing, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I love stuff like this.
That's a flagpole.
Oh, Andrew, just look at this. Obviously, steps up to the top there, weren't there?
Oh, yeah.
Imagine that. Good God.
Gosh. So that's the staircase, and you can actually see it's disintegrated.
You see the bottom of the stairs here, look.
Yeah.
Right, Painter Hoover, the carpet.
Can you imagine? It's just
Incredible, I think.
cavernous.
What a word. It's truly cavernous. Right.
So let's have a look. So that's number 1. Where's number 2? Number 2's in the middle.
Okay.
Number two, have a right royal look at the inner ward. This houses the most important buildings in the castle, including the King's Hall and Chamber.
The King's Hall.
Yeah.
So that's the main room.
So this is this area. So all you can see is the footings now.
This will be the main hall area then, would it? The
Main
gathering
hall,
area.
kitchens. God. Yes, I like this, Claire.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's really
Am I
interesting.
getting you into castles?
I think so, yeah. Oh, there's some information.
Do you know what I've noticed?
What?
There's nobody else here.
There is nobody else here.
No.
I wonder why.
Because it's wet. Oh, look. I'm the king of the castle.
King of the castle.
Get off, you dirty rascal. Remember that's how 1072 there, look. Oh, Twitil.
It's Tuttil. Tuttil.
Look, there it is. Oh, so this is the top of the mountain then at first, is it?
That must have been it, yeah. So that's what we've just passed, and you can see what it actually looked like. Gone now, though. So there's all this going off. If it weren't raining so much, I'd probably read it. But moving on, look at the different colour in stone here.
Oh, yeah, the red.
It's like a red, yeah. Look at that, it's worn away.
You've seen some sights that, you know.
Well, I was just thinking that. It ain't really, because that's worn off. The bit that saw it is gone. But it's very gritty. Should be a sign saying don't touch it. So would have been stood in maybe a kitchen or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's see here.
Maybe walk over there. I won't go over there with the dogs.
So, ooh, it is quite slippy. Well, it's definitely raining, but is it putting you off?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah. Is it you?
No.
I love castles, but not wet ones.
So what's this? It's another fire
big
pit
hole.
type of thing. How far down does it go? It goes right down. Is it a well?
That could be the secret tunnel
I wonder if it is.
to the monastery.
My map doesn't actually say what it is. Number 2. So number 3, where's that? I'll go and have a look.
We'll wait here.
We've put some steps. So the dogs, as we said, cannot go up the steps.
No, we'll just wait here.
But I can.
Yeah.
And we'll go up the steps and I'll say hello to you from up at the top.
Okay.
Goes up a fair way, Claire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Slippy steps. Oh yeah. Look here. I'm the king of the castle. There's Claire.
What can you see up there then?
Bit of everything. Just the town and the tops. All this lovely courtyard. Wow. So moving on. It's number 3. Number 4. Imagine having the power and wealth needed to reroute a river. He canalised the river of the Clwyd for over 3.5 kilometres to make sure that Rhuddlan could be constantly supplied by sea. Right, my little adventurers, it brings us on to point number 5. So be on the lookout for Gillet's Tower.
Gillet's Tower?
It protected the dock and ships that carried the castle supplies. So that's a square one. That's number 5.
A square tower.
Yeah, so let's see if we can find that.
Okay. Oh, is that tower there?
Can you see a tower?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. So that's Gillet's Tower.
What happened there?
So it says that yeah, so it were for security, like a security tower.
Like a lookout.
Yeah, for the docks.
Right, okay.
Because what they could do is, because it canalised.
Oh, good word.
I know, innit?
Yeah.
But it canalised the river so that they had constant access to the sea. So they can bring
I'd do the
supplies
same.
in, everything
what I'd
else. Would you?
I'd do that, yeah.
And how would you go about that then?
I'd canalise it.
Well, that's that, right. So let's have a look. So I'm not going to I don't think we need to go and see it up close, do you?
No, it's too wet, to be honest.
So anyway, fire
this.
your imagination on this defensive front line. The outer wall, oh yeah, was home to some seriously heavy artillery. Ooh. So this is another one that you can walk up to. Go steady.
Yeah. On my head, son. Oh, it's a bit dark in here. Oh, this is the end. Have we seen anything? Everything on the map
That's
then?
everything that you need to see, because the back of it's in Welsh. Well, we've just found this interesting sign: necessary expenditure. When King Edward and Queen Eleanor stayed here in 1282 to 1283, they spent £3,540. That's nearly 4 million today.
Goodness me.
They're having figs and raisins, spices.
I did read that where we're staying, of course, we know was a priory. A friary. Don't get confused, not a chip shop. A friary. The monks there would make honey and they'd give it to the Queen when she was here.
Oh, well, that's another castle off your list, Claire.
Yeah. It is a beautiful castle, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's
Just
well
a
worth a
shame
visit.
It's so wet.
It's well worth a visit. We're going to now go and explore what else there is in this area. So there's an old bridge down here. And this is the way down to the town centre past the castle. But the bridge, it were there and it goes over the River Clwyd.
Yep.
And it were there since 1358.
Wow.
But it got restructured. So it didn't always look like this.
It's been there a very long time. It's carried a lot of people over it.
Very steeped in history, isn't it?
Yeah, very old medieval village this.
Battles between the Welsh and the English and the Normans.
Anglo-Saxons were here.
Everybody's had a go at it. So it's fair to say that we're both quite wet through, aren't we?
Yep.
I don't rate this Berghaus jacket. I didn't rate my Montaigne one. The best jacket that I've ever had for rain were a Paramour. And it worked like animal fur, and it used to wick all the wet away from your skin. It used to dry out really quick. Who else has got a Paramour? I think the best.
Expensive, Paramour.
Yeah, they are expensive, but they're worth every penny. So this is a bridge.
Yep.
It's obviously being restructured.
Yes.
Then over there, I don't know if you can see, Can-Am. Do you know what Can-Am is?
Can-Am?
Yeah, they make trikes and quads, really cool looking things, yeah. My friend wants one. There's a lot of static caravan sites in this area.
Yeah, there is one next door to where we're staying as well.
Yeah, and there's one there. This is a Clwyd. With the old bridge.
So there it is.
We're only 2 3/4 miles to Rhuddlann, yeah? This is the knight sculpture. by Mike Owens.
By Michael Knight.
Mike Owens, not Michael Owens, of Liverpool fame. Anyway, it's been carved from a 380-year-old oak tree.
Wow.
And it's to symbolise the medieval history.
Which is absolutely chocker of it here. The rain now is getting unbearable for me, Andrew.
Well, we
It's
can't
taking
stop
the shine out of
vlogging.
it. It's taking the shine out of it.
Everybody's just sat down with the drinks, Claire. They've only just got the snacks out. We can't stop yet. Come on, we've got to give them a little bit of content. Come on, let's move on. There's a church up here.
Go on then.
So we've come to this church, but unfortunately I've come the wrong way for us, but we can't get up to it this way. Having a good time.
We're having a good time, aren't we?
There we go. Town centre just up here.
Come on, I've had enough.
What?
This is just unbearable.
Come on, we can keep
Come
going.
on, I've had enough. Let's go and get a coffee. And a towel.
Now I know you're not feeling this at the minute, but I found something very important. Look at this. This archway leads to the path known as the Kitch Catch, which dates back to the 1900s. It was a shortcut allowing the residents of Gwyndy Street access to fresh water pump. It's not a ginnel, it's not a snicket, it's a Kitch Catch or a Chitch Catch.
I've never heard of that before.
Neither have I.
I thought it was a chocolate bar.
Tell you what else I've never heard of before.
What?
A weekend away like this.
Come on.
What?
Look what I've seen.
So unfortunately there's some more bad news.
What?
They don't actually have a latte machine, so we've had to just get a Madri instead. But they do a Sunday lunch. It
Like
looks
a
quite
Sunday
nice.
lunch?
We're in the new inn in Rhuddlann.
Dogs allowed.
1 course, 2 course, 3 course. 3 courses £17. I won't mind
Not
it.
that bad actually, is it? Well, should we just meant to spend most of the day here because there's nothing else?
We have to
It's
just
too wet.
Be in pub.
Oh, damn it.
We can't go outside. You'd lost will to live, ain't you?
Yeah, I'd had enough. I was ready to go home. I
Listen,
like this wallpaper, do you?
is that wallpaper?
Yeah. It's not real books. Did you think it was real book? Oh, that's a picture of you. Have you been here before? I think the rain's gone to my head.
Nice thing about this is it's a right little area and it's not very busy, so you can come and sit with your dogs.
Mm.
Right. We are making a bit of a mess. It's all a bit wet. Yeah, the amount of water coming off, it's all very slippy. The inside of your coat's wet through.
I know,
Look
it's
at
wet
that.
inside. £100 that coat. It might even be more actually. It's in the sale, but still.
It's just, I don't know how you can sell it as a waterproof. And
That's never been waterproof.
No,
That is not waterproof. That's a Berg house.
having a laugh.
And I'm not laughing.
I'm not laughing. I'm not buying this technical clothing anymore. Tell you what though, Woody looks good. That's holding up.
Yeah. Do you know what I've noticed in Sudden? I didn't realise it.
What?
It's got a secret pocket.
It has got a secret pocket. I was talking to somebody about our hoodies.
Yeah.
Fidden. And I said, oh, you know, it's got these where you can, if it gets cold, you can put your hands in, they act like gloves. And he said, oh, I've got a top like that. Is that what that's for? And I said, yeah. Why? What did you think it was for? He said, I thought they were wrist coolers.
Was that what you thought?
So it was cool your wrists.
Right. Was he joking or?
No, they're dead serious. And then I thought to myself, is that what they are? Is that where we nicked that design from?
Are we doing it wrong? Are we being selling it
I
as?
said, oh, get some of them thumb things in.
Yeah.
But they're actually wrist coolers.
Well,
We need to upgrade that website.
a lady that bought a hoodie called Julie. Hi, Julie. She bought it because she particularly loves the thumb holes. So she thinks the thumb holes.
But what if it's a wrist cooler, Julie? Anyway, once Claire has a sip of that, she might cheer up.
Other beers are available.
Right, listen. We might be wet through, however, look at these.
What are they?
Well, these are freeze-dried sweets. Who's had some of them? Somebody brought these to my attention. Thanks, Alan. Because he thought you might want to try one.
Okay. So, freeze dried, what does that mean?
It means there's no moisture whatsoever in it. So it's candy, looks a bit like a fruit candy, and then what they do is freeze dry it, and these are just dry as anything.
So these are actually minstrels.
I don't think they're minstrels.
They are.
Where's the chocolate?
No, it's fruity minstrels. Is it Skittles?
Skittles.
Yeah. It's actual real Skittles, these.
These are Skittles?
Yes.
Look at it.
It's like a Poddington pea.
I'll try it. Do you want to try it first?
No, you go first. Zoom in on your face. Oh, it's uncrunchy.
It tastes like a Skittle,
Can I try one?
but without being chewy. What colour do you want?
Yellow. Is there a yellow one?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, they're delicious.
Do you like them?
I'm not into sweets, but they're delicious.
Do you know what I think it's like? It's a bit like where you put teaspoon in sugar pot and then just eat it.
Do you know
Have
what
you
I could
ever
do
done
with these? No, but I could put them in gin and tonics. I wonder if you could like freeze these.
What do you mean freeze
I
them?
know they're like frozen, make them really cold, and put them in a gin. Now there's an idea. That could make us £1 million, that idea I've just had.
You're going to show everybody a new toy then?
Yeah, guess what I've got?
What? I never thought I'd see the day
Drone.
when you had your own drone.
Yeah. Well, the drone you've got is quite complicated. I'm frightened of losing it. This will be fine for me. I can't break it, can't lose it. It's very simple.
It's got protectors on it, hasn't it?
Yeah. I need all this.
So you were going to put it up, weren't you? But
Yeah, I was. So this is, we're not sponsored. This is something that we've gone out and bought. Wanted something practical, easy for me to use. So if anybody out there is a little bit worried about the drone going into the sky, losing it, whatever, that isn't an issue here. Very simple.
it's quite good. It's 4K as well. And
Yeah.
the good thing is that it goes straight to your phone.
So what I do is I take the lid off, take the top off,
Lid.
I put it on my hand like that.
Yeah,
I press bang bang twice, turns it on,
yeah.
and then I press the button at the front, and it looks at me. It must like, this is my stupid Claire thing, but it must think, oh, I'll follow her, and then it goes bzzz, and it goes up from my hand, and it follows me around. And then when I put my hand out, it just goes back on my hand.
Wow.
I mean, check that out, eh?
That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah,
And then you can just download your footage straight to your phone.
yeah, Facebook, whatever.
And then just put it on your Facebook.
My little friend.
So we were hoping to use it, but we can't. And it's so light.
It's been in my hoodie pocket.
It's called the DJI Neo. And like I said, we're not sponsored by it. We just think it's good. We're hoping to use it a lot. What we found while doing this is if you've got heavy gear that's hard to use, you just don't use it. It might be amazing quality, but you just don't use it.
Yeah, and if it's too complicated, I'm not interested. But this
tiny.
is great. Have I put the lid on? I think I have.
No. But look, that's my palm. Look how small it is. Only just come out.
And we've done some tests, and we're really pleased with the footage that it's brought back. Really great, hasn't it?
If it stops raining, we might be able to use it. I think though, if you're just out and about on your business, you're not even, if you're not a YouTuber or anything else, it's just a great way to capture your dogs, your kids, everything else.
I wonder if it'd follow your dogs round.
Yeah.
Would it follow your dogs round?
I'm not sure. We haven't really used it, have we?
could test that, couldn't we?
So we'll have to see.
£170, yeah.
£170.
Oh,
I never thought I'd see the day. All that hassle you gave me about drones, then you saw that and you were all over it straight away.
It's because the drone you've got is just not practical. This bad boy, oh yeah. It's going to walk about like this all day with it.
Not outside, we've only just got it. Anyway, shall I put that lens cap on properly for you?
Yes, please.
What are you going to have?
Chosen already.
Why, what are you having?
Well, I like all of these starters. But I'm going to have soup.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I am, yeah. It depends what the flavour soup
You
is.
see, I can't bring myself to have soup.
Why?
Because it's cheaper. And when you're on a set menu, you need to go for more spicy.
Well, I like garlic mushrooms, but I love pate.
Right.
Like pate. Anyway, but then I'm having turkey because it comes with pigs in blankets.
Like a Christmas dinner.
I love Christmas dinner, it's my favourite food. My favourite dinner, Christmas dinner. I wouldn't choose beef because it's a bit fatty.
Might not be.
And then I'm going to have a crumble.
34 quid for 2 Sunday dinners.
We've spent
With inflation so high, we can't be
3
happier.
course dinners. And what have you got?
I've got a garlic, breaded mushrooms, beef, and I also went for the apple crumble. Weather update.
No change.
It's been a legendary week this week, actually, because our friend Michael, who's also got a YouTube channel called Fox's Travels, have a check out of them guys. He recommended us to a paper that he does some work for, and we got ourselves in the paper.
We're on the front page.
I know, my wrist is killing from signing them all for people.
What, you paid 3 appearance?
Yeah. Yeah, so thanks, Michael. Top guy, and when we're up in the northeast again, we're going to meet up with Michael and we can introduce you all to him. So he's a top guy. So yeah, there we go.
We're
That's
in
the
the
first.
paper, Andrew.
Just, I mean, what's going to be next? So there we go, we're in Hartlepool Life.
And thank you to Amy for the article. Amy wrote the article.
Yes, she did, and a good article it was. Made us look better than what we were. We launched this new channel. Thank you to everybody that subscribed to Biker of Atlantis. We're having a lot of fun making that. Still finding his feet because it's a different thing, isn't it, for us to do? Especially when I'm trying to record something and concentrate on riding a bike at the same time. Taking all my brain power to manage to do it. But we've done that. And the clothing is just, as Madri say, exceptional.
One thing to say about the clothing, and without joking aside, actually, we did take a lot of time to select what we thought was the best quality. And every single person that's received a hoodie and a t-shirt has said they've been very happy with the quality.
Yeah. It's almost 10 times checked, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gets checked with the supplier,
well.
and it's checked before embroidering, and then it's checked by Claire, and then we've got the final check of Pablo and Dora that put their seal of approval on it, and then it goes out.
So thank you, everybody. Thank you very much.
I can't wait to see somebody in one on a campsite.
We are so excited.
Because
we should get a prize for the
it's
person we see.
It's going to level the playing field, because sometimes when we meet subscribers, obviously we don't know who we are, but you know us. But if we spot your little logo first, we're on you. We're having you.
We are, yeah.
The starter has arrived. You've got some pate, and I've got some breaded mushrooms. Sunday
Oh,
dinner.
look at mine. I've got pigs and pancakes.
I were in Greg's other day, and the guy came in, and he asked the woman what were in the vegetarian bake.
Is that true?
It's true. She just went vegetables. They looked quite surprised.
Very
I've got some
excited.
horseradish. It's just top left. We can do this.
We can't.
We can. Come
I
on.
don't want to.
Listen. People's just sat down to watch us. Did you like your dinner?
The dinner was lovely, thank you. But I'm very wet from earlier. Never mind now.
Well, I'm going to put it out there that these jackets, Berghaus, if they're waterproof, you're having a laugh. You can't sell something as waterproof for 200 and odd pounds. It's absolutely dripping wet through. It's not even dried out.
Through.
We've been in there for an hour and a half, haven't we?
And we're still wet through.
Still wet through. I know Wales is famous for raining, but
What's that?
this is bad. Parliament building.
There's a sign there, look.
Yes, they're just saying tidy towns. What's that? Why would you put that there? Strange.
So King Edward I has been in this building 1283.
He held his parliament. So this was the Parliament building of Wales. You see, you'd have missed that.
I showed it you.
No, but if you hadn't have come down. What's in that?
We can't go far, Andrew, because I'm very wet.
What's here? Here we go, come on.
The dogs are depressed.
That's the community centre. Oh look, music lessons. Most instruments. I'd like to play the hurdy-gurdy. Rhuddlann models. I wonder if they're signing people.
A shop for me?
No, it's closed. Hey, look what they've got. See, you don't like these, but I do. You know, on a rainy afternoon like this, Claire? Yeah? You want one of these?
You could finish a jigsaw off,
I would do this.
would you?
Yeah, would you?
What is that?
Harley. This is King's Head, it's a Marston's. Hey, there's another one.
Oh, that's a lovely bike.
It's a Triumph. Now, I don't know if it's true, but I've been told not to put your helmet on this. If it falls off, you shouldn't really use it.
The damage it, you mean?
Yeah.
That's a gorgeous bike, I like that. And look at the seat, for me it looks very safe.
Got a bar at the back. It's been a very challenging vlog to make this. You could at least give us a like.
Please comment.
Just anything. We hope you've enjoyed it anyway. I'm sure it's beautiful when the weather's nice. But this has been traumatic.
Please tell your friends.
And the original question that we asked before we came out was, if it's bad weather, is it still worth going and getting your caravan or your motorhome, especially if it's in storage, getting it all ready, driving it over, filling it full of water, connecting the electric, putting it up on the stabilizers? If the weather's bad, is it really worth it? And I think we can say
Absolutely not.
absolutely not.
Absolutely, 100 million, 1000% no. It's wet. There's going to be loads of grass in the van as well.
Then we've got one more area of concern. We're on grass. I'm not sure how firm it is underneath.
Ooh, could be a soggy one.
Might have to get a tractor to pull us out.
It could be a wet bottom.
But this is the site actually. One thing I'll say about this site is there's loads and loads of toilets everywhere. So you don't have to walk very far. I think that we're well catered for. Oh, and there's the main block down there. It's a nice little farm site, surrounded by cows, sheep.
Well, the grass doesn't feel too soggy.
No, it's quite firm. I think we'll be all right.
So please take your shoes off before you go into the van if you can.
You're joking?
No, I'm not, I'm serious.
Where am I going to do that?
You have to just try.
The best thing to do is for me to get in.
Do you think we're going to get stuck on this grass?
I hope not. It's coming into, you know, the harsher weather, as you can see. We've got loads of jobs coming up on the van. We're going to be making content for that. These decals, terrible. We've got a habitat check.
Habitosis.
Yep, that's happening soon.
MOT.
Be interesting to see what Marquis tell us about the van they sold us last year. What horrors await.
Hopefully none.
Happy holidays.
How does everybody else? Oh, he's gone onto the seat.
Oh,
oh,